Sales were dropping fast. Every name he'd come up with for his brand had failed to connect. Eli sat in front of his laptop, staring at the numbers. Sales were dropping fast. Every name he'd come up with for his brand had failed to connect. The comments were brutal. People said his product looked cheap or generic. It hit him hard. Maybe the problem wasn't the product. Maybe it was the name. That night, he couldn't sleep. He kept replaying one question in his mind. What if my brand name is killing my business? The next morning, Eli went digging. He studied iconic brands, searched for patterns, and realized something powerful. Great names don't just sound good. They mean something. They carry a story, spark emotion, and give customers a reason to remember. He understood now that a name is not just a label. Determined, Eli stayed up nights scribbling names, trying every trick in the book, combining words, using Latin roots, testing short syllables, but everything felt flat, generic, or already taken. Frustration grew. He almost gave up. But deep down, he knew the right name could be a strategic asset. A name that could inspire loyalty, attract attention, and stand out in a crowded market. He just had to find it. One rainy evening, Eli sat staring at his notes. He went back to why he started, the problem he wanted to solve, the customer he hoped to help. And then, suddenly, a word sparked in his mind. It captured his story, his mission, his transformation. It was risky, unconventional, but it felt right. He learned that the best names tell a story. They evoke emotion, reflect purpose, and create connection. Eli shared the new name with a small group of strangers. Reactions were mixed. Some loved it, others hated it. Doubt crept in again. But he remembered. Patterns matter more than opinions. If most people understood and remembered it, then that was the signal to move forward. Testing, he realized, was the difference between guessing and knowing. With a deep breath, Eli launched the brand with its new name, LogoJollof. The first week was rough. Sales were slow. Trolls mocked it online. Fear whispered, "Go back to the old one." But Eli stood firm. He knew even great names face resistance. Courage, he learned, is part of creativity. As time passed, the name began to stick. Customers started saying it with pride. LogoJollof was becoming more than a name. It was becoming a movement. Months later, Eli looked back and smiled. What started as frustration turned into clarity. He realized that naming wasn't about luck. It was about strategy. A great name tells a story, builds emotion, and gives meaning to a mission. LogoJollof had become his symbol of transformation, and now he helps others find their own spark. Because behind every great brand name is a story worth telling.